Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all good. And welcome to my YouTube channel Current Affairs Influx. Let's begin today's daily current affairs. September 27th, we observe World Tourism Day. And the theme for the World Tourism Day 2021 is Tourism for Inclusive Growth. And on the every year September 27th we observe World Tourism Day. And the purpose of this day is to raise awareness on the role of tourism within the international community and to demonstrate how it affects social, culture, political, and the economic values worldwide. At first, and the UNWTO, that is United Nations World Tourism Organization, has designated it as an opportunity to look beyond tourism statistics and acknowledge that behind behind every number. And ever since in the from the 1980, we observe September 27 as a World Tourism Day. Here, the Secretary General of UNWTO is Zurab Polikashvili, and it is headquartered at Madrid, Spain. Next one. On September 26th, we observe World Rivers Day, and the theme for the World Rivers Day is waterways in our community. And it is here the every year the World Rivers Day is observed on the fourth Sunday of the September, and the first World Waters Day is observed in the year 2005. And this day is observed to raise global awareness of the need to support, protect, and preserve the rivers around the world. As of now, in the year 2021, the World Rivers Day, that is the fourth Sunday of September, has on celebrated on 26th of September. Next one. September 26th, we also observe World Environmental Health Day. And the theme for the World Environmental Health Day is prioritizing environmental health for healthier communities in the global recovery. And this day is declared by the International Federation of Environmental Health, that is IFEH. And this day is celebrated to shed the lights on important work of environmental health around the world. And also, this day is very important in the current situation, as most of the parts of the world continue to recover from the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. And this day is first observed in the year 2011. Next one. September 26th, we also observe International Day for the total elimination of nuclear weapons. Here, the aim of this day is to enhance public awareness about the threat posed to humanity by the nuclear weapons and the necessity for their total elimination. And the Secretary General of United Nations is Antonio Guterres, and it is headquartered at New York, USA. It is founded in the year 1945. Here, the first International Day for the total elimination of nuclear weapons is observed by the United Nations General Assembly, which is declared in the year 2013. Next one. Supreme Court of India has approved an electronic system named FASTER. Here, the full form of FASTER is Fast and Secure Transmission of Electronic Records. Here, the Chief Justice of India is N.V. Ramana, that is Nutalpati Venkatramana. Here, this FASTER is approved by the Supreme Court of India, and this FASTER will be used for transferring e-authenticated copies from court to prisons. Under this FASTER system, where the courts can send e-authenticated copies of bail orders or the stay orders or interim orders and the proceedings through secured electronic communications to duty officers at the prisons. Next one. PM Modi addresses 76th UNGA in New York, that is United Nations General Assembly in New York. It is the 76th edition of the UNGA, and the theme for this edition is building resilience through hope to recover from COVID-19, rebuild sustainability, respond to the needs of the planet, respect the right of people, and revitalize the United Nations. Here this, and we have to remember in this, that is the 76th edition of the UNGA meeting in which is held in the New York, and here the Prime Minister Modi is the first world leader scheduled to address the UNGA at 6:30 p.m., which is according to the Indian Standard Time. Next one. A book titled The Fractured Himalaya: How the Past Shadows the Present in India-China Relations, which is authored by Nirupama Rao. Here, this book is authored by the Nirupama Rao, which traces how the origins of the disputes between India and China form apart from living history that shapes their fractured relationship today. Here, the Nirupama Rao is a former foreign secretary. Next one, a book titled Kathmandu Dilemma: Resetting India-Nepal Ties by Ranjit Rai. Here, the Ranjit Rai is a former Indian ambassador to Nepal who writes this book called Kathmandu Dilemma: The Resetting India-Nepal Ties. Here, the Nepal was declared as a Hindu state only in 1962 by the King Mahendra. Here, the Kathmandu is the capital of Nepal. Next one, NHPC Teesta V Power Station Blue Planet Prize, which is win Blue Planet Prize award by IHA, International Hydropower Association. This NHPC has received the Blue Planet Prize award by the IHA. Here, here Teesta V Power Station, which is located in the state of Sikkim, has been awarded with a Blue Planet Prize. Here, the IHA is a London-based non-profit member association which is operating in 120 countries. Here, the Blue Planet Prize award is given to the hydropower projects that demonstrate the excellence in sustainable development. Next one, Lewis Hamilton wins the Russian Grand Prix 2021. Here, the Lewis Hamilton, who represents the Mercedes Great Britain, has won the Formula One race in the Russian Grand Prix 2021, and this is the 100th Grand Prix win to the Lewis Hamilton, and he is the first F1 driver to reach the 100 wins with the victory at Russian Grand Prix. If we see the second position and the third position, the Max Verstappen, who represents the Red Bull, came in the second position, and the Carlos Sainz, who represents the Ferrari, came in the third position in the Russian Grand Prix. Next one, noted women's right activist and author Kamala Bashin passes away at 75. Here, the Kamala Bashin is a women's right activist and an author, and recently he passes away with battling with cancer. And she started working on developmental issues in the 1970s itself, and she has authored several books which are especially on the gender theory and feminism, which are many of which have been translated into more than 30 languages. Next one, thank you everyone, stay safe, stay strong.